Okay, so my name's Dawn and I am one of the operations managers in iVendi. I'm kind of like part of the team that we tend to call ourselves a bit like the odds and sods, because it's administration, accounting, HR, so we're not a defined team, if you like, like product or sales, but yeah, that's the team I'm in. So first thing in the morning, it's always got to be coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. If I don't have my first coffee, then I'm not going to function. But to be honest, it's just a to-do list that's as long as your arm. So a typical day would be come in, have a coffee, sit down, start thinking about what we're going to do for the day, touch base with my team, which is Silvana. Hi Silvana. And then we just kind of have a look to see what we're going to do and what we're going to be working on. It's my favourite thing, and it can be the Achilles heel all at the same time. So what I do love is the absolute variety, but then sometimes what I absolutely don't like is the absolute variety. So sometimes I feel like if I just had something that was a bit more methodical, each day was the same, it would be lovely, but then on other days I'm really glad that it's very varied. So there's two of us in the immediate team, so it's myself and Silvana. And Silvana, now that she's bedded in, is kind of overseeing kind of administrative support to everyone in the company, and hotels, accommodation. Everybody would know kind of what it is that they're asking for. Yeah, I mean, we're both talkers, so communication is not a problem. We just basically plough through everything. Silvana has stuff that she's working on. I just kind of hover and make sure that that's all okay, and then I just crack on with all the stuff that I need to do. So the extended team, if I was to pull in Bex and Rachel as well, I would say that we just all get on really well. Communication's great. Everybody, I think we all know we've got each other's backs, and we just work really well together. It's just enjoyable working with everybody. I think probably just the fact that the things that I have implemented and put into place work, I'm constantly kind of process. That's just the way my brain's wired. So I'm just proud of the fact that I feel, made improvements in the right places, and it's ticking along. I wouldn't say I've got like a specific challenge. I suppose the challenge of the day is just because there is so many things I deal with, is that I just don't drop the ball. So as long as everything is ticking along and going in the right direction, then the job's a good one. That's probably the biggest challenge, is just constantly just making sure everything's as it should be. Well, to be honest, I was kind of looking to get back into a bigger role, and the opportunity arose, and it was just one that I couldn't pass up, really. Just everything about the company, just everything that I read, just seemed like it was a good step to make. For me, I like the fact that I am kind of left to just get on with what I'm good at. Not blowing my own trumpet or anything, I don't want to sound like a divvy, but just being trusted to do what I'm paid to do, which is great. Just from the fact that, you kind of come in, whichever team you're going to be working with, and there is this element of trust and autonomy that's afforded, which I think is how people grow, and how they get better and how they improve, and maybe you're not so pigeonholed, and you started off doing this, but then a few years later you're doing this as well. So growth potential and exposure, I suppose, to experience of working, yeah. I don't know actually, I suppose I'd like to kind of grow more and learn more to do with procurement and accountancy, you know, just a few things that I don't know enough about or I'd like to know more about. But otherwise I'm actually quite happy ticking along, to be fair. So. My superpower would be, a bit ironically, I'd like to fly. But that's only because I don't like to fly in an aeroplane, but as long as I'm doing it of my own volition, I trust myself, but I would like to fly. That would be my superhero power. The most adventurous thing from my bucket list, I got myself a tattoo. It would be my late granny and granddad, and it would just be because I would absolutely love to go back and savour the moment. It has to be Shawshank Redemption all the way. I've watched it about 5 times, so love it.